people for? I love this question because I need more content done. I'm in an actual park that I grew up in, which is a pretty profound thing for me. This is a place that sustains me, being in nature. And when I think about the things and moments that have meant the most to me, they have to do with people. They often have to do with nature. And I just spent a weekend actually with a group of women around a campfire. And when we shared stories about those types of moments, there were stories about being with brothers and sisters in a hayfield and building little huts out of corn and hiding inside. So many of them were about people and about place. And I really believe that those are the moments that we come back to in our lives. And particularly as creators, we need those moments to come to restore us and to move us forward. In my book, The Joy of Missing Out, I really center in on a question. And the question is this: what are people for? I love this question because I think that we so often get off point. We don't really think about this question too much in the greater scope of what we're creating in our work day to day, even how we're raising our families. And you might think that in our culture that we're here for consumption's sake. We produce, we consume. We produce, we consume, whether we're creative or otherwise. But that's not the great purpose of people. That's not what I believe the great purpose of people is. So you probably aren't able to hear it, but there's actually a lot going on in this park. It's beautiful, it's serene, we're in the outdoors, but there's mowers and there's traffic and there's voices and there's actually a lot of birds chirping and there's a lot of things that are trying to distract me from what I'm focusing on here talking to you. And how many of our moments are filled with those kinds of distractions? You know, it's not just when we're out in the mall or when we're out at work. You know, it's at home, it's when we're connecting with our families. And even here in the beauty of nature, there's all of this distraction. And so we have to push back on it constantly in our lives. All of this busyness is making me think of this fabulous scene in the show Sherlock, where Watson and Sherlock are bantering about what matters and what's important and all the distractions in our life. And Sherlock goes into this total rant and he says, "It doesn't matter to me who's the prime minister or who's sleeping with who. It's not important. Listen, this," and he's pointing to his brain, "is my hard drive, and it only makes sense to put things in there that are really useful." Most people, ordinary people, fill their heads with all kinds of rubbish, and that makes it hard to get at the stuff that really matters. Do you see? And the point he's trying to make is that, of course, this thing right up here, our head, right, can only take in so much. And that's why he's brilliant. He's able to cut through all of that information and really get to the stuff that matters. So Sherlock's point, of course, is that we can only take in so much. You know, the reason he doesn't want to read celebrity magazines is because he just doesn't want that material in there. And we have to make those decisions moment by moment, day by day, particularly in the 21st century where we're reading social media feeds, we're on Vice, we're even trying to input for our creative output, information, connections. We can only take in so much. And so in the next section, we're going to be talking about making space to create, you know, really carving out what we want to focus our attention on and what we want to leave out. I'm passionate about helping you live a life with more joy, fewer screens, and better habits. If this is for you, then sign up for my free prompts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the link below. Thank you so much for watching.